Hello everybody and welcome to the next game I am here to play for you all. This is a game called Dink Smallwood. I'm sure some of you are in pure disbelief that there is a game out here called Dink Smallwood, but it does exist, ladies and gents. This is an old school RPG. This was originally released in 1998. You can play this game in your browser. You could probably play it on an Etch and Sketch, and it's completely free. So this is a game that you can easily get access to. There's even options for add-on quests and mods. And for some of you, this might be a trip down memory lane. It's not often that I bring something that's quite old to the channel. People have been asking me to play an RPG, and I know this isn't what people had in mind, but this is a very, very short game. It's very easy and straightforward, pretty easy to get through, and it is incredibly weird. So I think some of you might appreciate this. There is a lot of dialogue in this, so I will do my best to try and read what I can, and we're gonna try and get pretty much everything. Even if we're thorough, it won't add a lot of game time. So I'm ready. Let's go ahead and start ourselves a new game here. And it starts inside of our house with our mother. She's asked us to go and feed our pigs. So this was originally for the PC, so you will get PC controls here to tell you how to play, but I am in fact playing with a controller, which I much enjoy. And you can see that the graphics are just phenomenal, amazing. We live in a house with no bathroom, no fridge, just two identical beds side by side, and somehow weirdly a pie that I didn't actually mean to eat. Anyways, our mother has asked us to go and feed some pigs. So that is our gigantic quest that we have in front of us. And we also have a few other tips here. Fortunately, we also get the option to do speed mode. And speed mode is actually going to help us a lot here because it will allow me to run super fast. And I can do this without the risk of screwing up the game. Sometimes if you're playing something on an emulator, using the speed up button will mess up things like the music because you're going top speed. But that's not the case here. We can just kind of zip zoom around if we want to make things go a little bit faster. Anywhoozin'. Alright, so we're gonna go north from our house, open up our menu, and we're going to go ahead and equip the pig feed. And then we're gonna get our neighborhood bully coming to pick on us. This is milder. Is pig farming fun? I'm not a pig farmer. Are you feeding pigs right now? See you around, squirt. I hate that guy. Yeah, some good old classic dialogue. So all you have to do is feed the pigs once. If you want to, you can try and feed them more, but this is the bag of feed that never stops giving. You can infinitely feed these pigs. And I've never found out a way, I don't even know if it's possible, to ever get the feed out of your inventory. So unfortunately, we are going to be carrying this around for the entirety of the game. It's not really an issue though. And I'm switching back to my fists right away so that I don't try to attack things with feed. And the dialogue, some of the dialogue options in this game are incredible, so you can fool around with some of these dialogue options, like getting angry at your mother for no reason. I hate you. You'll get over it. Oh, so good. Alright. We can ask her about a few things if we want, but she doesn't really have anything too important to tell us. It's not really the type of game where you need to talk to a lot of people to get amazing backstory on everything that you're doing. So we'll just let her know that we fed the pigs. And she's gonna go ask us to visit our neighbors while she somehow prepares us some dinner. So we have a couple of neighbors. This is Mr. Smilestein. He doesn't really have anything too interesting to say. We're not allowed to go upstairs because his daughter is upstairs, and I guess he doesn't want a teenage question mark boy. I don't really know how old he is, you know, sniffing around his daughter. These are our incredibly, incredibly obvious save points. So this is where you can make manual saves. The game will also autosave throughout the game at certain intervals, which is quite nice. And then I also have access to a quick save, so I'm able to kind of save wherever I want, all of which are very, very helpful. So this old lady here, we can ask her about her pet. Her duck Quackers has gone missing. And if we want to, we can be really mean and tell her where she can stick her duck. You're pathetic. Find your own duck. I didn't know. Sorry. I'm just kidding. Luckily, dialogue really has no lasting, you know, consequences whatsoever. So it is kind of nice. If you want to, you can go through every single piece of dialogue with everybody, and it, you know, you have that option to do that if you wish. Yeah, I guess I'll see him. I'll send him home, maybe. Thank you, I guess. And this girl usually shows up, I find, after I talk to an old duck lady. So let's talk to her too. We can ask about our bully if we want to. He's applied to the Royal Guard. Ah, he's gonna be a knight. He was flirting with Libby and Lena. Damn, they must dig his uniform. I have to join. So we obviously want to be a bit of a hero. It would be pretty cool to be a knight. Unfortunately, we aren't even allowed to leave our village. The knight doesn't think that we're super capable. Unfortunately. Go tend to your livestock. Why, I never. How rude. And then somewhere, although they're not showing up, there it is, there's the duck. I accidentally punched and killed this duck the first time I played. You can do that, again, absolutely no consequences whatsoever if you do, but we can yell at the duck. You suck. Not even I run away from home. You should be ashamed. Bite me. But fine, I'll go home. So somehow that is just a magical talking duck, which is cool. You can go back and talk to the old lady. Unfortunately, the quests in this game, they don't reward you with experience or, you know, coins or anything like that. I knew you'd come back. Yes, there you go. Old duck lady is happy. And we have to do all of that in order to progress, which is basically what we're doing. We want the guard to move so we can leave the village, but we had to go talk to everybody first. She looks like she's floating, you know? With the way her torso is bent. So now she wants us to do some more chores. She wants us to go out into the woods and get some elk tree nuts for her. You're a dear. Well, I ain't got nothing else to do now. I can only do that if the guard will let me out. Unfortunately, that is the trigger to get the guard to move and to let us out of the village. What the? Who are you? I'm a great magician. No way, you're so cute and tiny. I am nothing of the sort. You cannot measure magic by size. I just have to pet you. Huh? I just walked right through you. You are not really here, are you? Of course I am, just not physically. If you would like to learn more, come to my hidden cabin. How am I supposed to find it if it's hidden? Good point. It lies beyond some trees northeast of here. Okay. I may drop by later. Are you in a circus? Don't anger me, human. And then he just kind of takes off. So that's cool. Directly north of here is another save point, which is kind of unnecessary, considering that we have one so close by in the village. And I find a lot of the save points out in the other places in the game are pretty spaced out, so that's why the quick save and the auto saving are both really, really nice, because we don't always get the option to make a manual save. So we'll go ahead and head to the east. We can attack these if we want to. I believe I could have gotten a quest from one of our neighbors to kill these guys. Not that it matters, again, we don't get anything from doing it. But if you're feeling confident killing things with your fists, which we are going to have to do for a little while, I do kind of just recommend trying out the combat. It's pretty simple. As you can see there, I just kind of walked up to stuff and punched it. We will be able to equip stuff later on, magic and weapons, which will make combat a little bit more exciting. But for now, I just punched, walked away, punched, walked away. These little enemies here that I practiced on are pretty slow, so we have such a limited life bar at the moment, so they're good to practice on. And if we go south, 2 screens, you can see the nuts are in the tree. So I'll take care of that guy first. You can see also we have an experience bar on the bottom, just left of where our equipment is. We only have 20 experience out of 100, so we are pretty far away from a level up. We're gonna go ahead and punch this tree. And the reason I'm gonna punch the tree more than once is because these elk nuts can actually be used to heal. So we're grabbing one for our mother, and then we're gonna grab a bunch just to carry them around. The inventory is not used for a lot of items. There are not a lot of items in this game, so for now, loading up on nuts is totally fine. Free healing, And with our extremely limited health bar at the moment, those will actually come in handy. And then after that, we're just gonna kind of go back the way that we came. And here you can see Milder with Lena. You know I love you, baby. What's the problem? I want to get to know you first. I have a mind too, you know. You kind of talk too much, you know that? You're an ass. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. Huh, chicks. What a charmer, walking away like he's got a rod stuck up his ass. Look at that. That is a phenomenal walk you have there, Mr. Aspiring Knight. Alright. So now, we can go back and see our mother. Oh no, just kidding, we can't because our house is on fire. For whatever reason. Mother, no! Mother, you can't die, no! I never knew how much I really cared about you. Until now. Ah, too much smoke. Gotta get out. Dink! I couldn't save her. I was too late. It's not your fault, Dink. There was nothing you could do. Apparently nobody else in the village saw the flames before I did and decided to do anything about it. So in the span of, 15 minutes, our mother has been killed and we are now homeless. Fun fact, if you did not eat that pie earlier, which will restore your health, it'll just be sitting here on the floor randomly. So feel free to pick that up if you need a little bit of health. It is something that is consumed automatically. It does not go into your inventory. And I guess I haven't mentioned it yet, but you can also punch things like barrels. And they will sometimes have things inside of them, usually hearts or some sort of food. So we can talk to the knight at the gate. And he's gonna tell us that there is a letter at our house. A letter had time to get to our house in the 2 seconds it took me to walk through our village. So let's go check it out. There's that letter. Dear Dink, we've just gotten word of the tragic accident that happened at your home a short while ago. Needless to say, we are shocked. This must be a hard time for you, being so young and suffering. Such a great loss. You are completely welcome to come and stay with us in Terrace for a while. I don't think Jack will mind. And this is from our Aunt Maria Needlewood. Alright. Yep, word travels fast in these parts. Trying to remember what button I have for the map. It's not super important because the map doesn't really help us all that much. This map might look kind of big, but there's not a ton of ground to cover in this game. We'll be able to hit up all these places, and we don't have to walk too terribly far, especially with the ability to kind of walk much faster and to kind of breeze through a lot of these areas. So Terrace is our next destination, but before we do that, we need to go and see the wizard. I'm not super sure how long I want to make these episodes because it's not a very long game, but this might actually be just a good stopping point for everybody to sort of absorb this game's whole feel, how random and weird it is, and how much things just happen but don't always make sense. There's gonna be a lot of that in this game, so if you're hoping for like this amazing, concrete, fulfilling, deep RPG, you're not gonna find it. This is just a quick, fun, weird project I decided to do, just to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to stop here and we will continue on next time. We've got a few options ahead of us, and hopefully we will be able to find our aunt and also go and find the wizard. Dink no longer has a home, so we need to find another solution and come up with what it is that we're gonna do next. Feel free to leave me comments on your thoughts. Let me know if you've played this and it's bringing you back. If you've got some nostalgia, there might be some of you out there who have played this before. If not, I hope you'll be back to enjoy the ride. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.